they're right that they can do in our country.
Can you imagine? I mean, if Trump had lost and those people took to the streets, they'd be getting railroaded right now. Now, there's a story on Politico this morning, okay? Here's the headline: Clinton aides blame loss on everything but themselves. And Juan, you're starting to see, as you do at the end of every large, long campaign, is that the insiders turn on each other. And the point to be made in this piece is that there was a conference call yesterday afternoon headed by John Podesta, and they pretty much blamed everybody except for their own strategy, perhaps, and also their own candidate. What do you make of that?
Well, so I heard about this conference call, and, for the most part, it was pretty much, we think we had a good campaign manager, Robbie Mook. Podesta said we had money, we had resources, and we think we had, certainly the technology to go out there and find the voters. But they really don't point at the failure to go at working class, white, rural voters, and don't acknowledge that they didn't have a strong message. I think, to this moment, if you said to me, what exactly was the message, I could give you an answer, but I don't feel it was the kind of message that equaled Donald Trump's laser-like focus on, make America great again by bringing back jobs and putting up a wall.
Used to be their base, Mercedes.
Well, I just have to say it's really the messenger, not only the message. It was about Hillary Clinton. It was this lack of enthusiasm for this candidate who would really have people who could connect with her. And also, I think that there was this sense of this just overall feeling of the rigged system. And this is why many of these Bernie Sanders supporters did not necessarily translate into Hillary Clinton supporters. It was a sense that she was more connected to Wall Street than to Main Street. It was a sense that the sense of corruption that laid beneath this whole campaign. And so I think that it really was about Hillary Clinton herself as the candidate. They had everything else: the ground game, the data, the polls, the mainstream media backing her up.
Well, Mercedes, I would just counterpoint by quickly saying I think that if Donald Trump had lost, I know a lot of Republicans would have said, gosh, if we had just had a better candidate, one who didn't make rude statements, who wasn't intemperate, who was better qualified. So I think you can say that, but the reality is that after this election, Trump did win, and people now on the Democratic side are saying, if we had just pursued a strategy that's more effective in terms of outreach, Bill Clinton, Hillary's husband, in specific, saying we should have gone more into those rural areas. We should have done more to make it clear that
there was not a lot of love for Hillary.
I'm out of time. Thank you to both. You've got a weekend to consider all this, okay?
Wow, I appreciate that weekend.
You do. Thanks.
Well, there is some love for Hillary. That